Hello, my name is Louis Mirandola, and this is my course project titled Sunscreen. For this course project, we were to choose a pollutant and make a public service campaign about it. And the pollutant I have chose is oxybenzone C14H12O3. The atomic structure of oxybenzone contains 14 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 3 oxygen atoms. And to the right here, is the Lewis structure. And as you can see, it contains 2 benzene rings and 1 carbonyl group. The chemical properties of oxybenzone are that it absorbs UV light. The molecular weight is 228.25 grams per mole. The melting point is 65.5 degrees Celsius, and it is in the benzophenone class. Its physical properties are that it's a solid, whether it's in crystal or powder form, and its color is white or pale yellow. So a chemical reaction that occurs involving oxybenzone is when it reacts with UV light. And it's not a typical reaction because when it reacts with UV light, it becomes excited, meaning that the excited state allows oxybenzone to absorb UVA and UVB rays, and afterwards, when it returns to the ground state, the absorbed energy has a longer wavelength of emission, which decreases skin penetration of the radiation. What is oxybenzone used for? It's used mostly in sunscreen for its characteristic of UV absorption, which also helps decrease the risk of sunburn, skin cancer, and even skin aging. Oxybenzone is naturally occurring in some plants, but is mostly commercially produced from benzyl chloride with 3-hydroxyanisole. Some environmental effects of oxybenzone are that when it's introduced to the ocean, scientists have found that it can cause stress on baby corals, which may lead to bleaching, which is the #1 killer of corals in the ocean today. It can also lead to coral DNA damage and abnormalities in its skeleton and during the growing process. Oxybenzone majorly affects plants and algae, which are vital sources of shelter and food for coral reef fish and other marine organisms. The way that oxybenzone enters the ocean or the environment is through humans. Most commonly, we see this happening at recreational bodies of water. During the day, people lather up with sunscreen and jump in the water, and that oily sheen that you see on top of the water is the sunscreen containing the oxybenzone. That then eventually drifts out to sea and sinks into the water as it spreads. Human health may be affected by exposure to oxybenzone, because scientists have found that this pollutant can cause endocrine disruption, where the endocrine system, which produces hormones, may falter or produce abnormalities. Organ system toxicity, contact allergies, and sometimes photoallergies. And photoallergies are an allergic response when exposed to light. Some steps that are being taken to limit potential impacts are simple yet effective. Find shade, wear sun protective clothing such as a long sleeve high-necked rash guard instead of just a bathing suit. Use sunscreen only on exposed skin, and on a larger scale, sunscreen manufacturers in some facilities have stopped using oxybenzone in their product. Thank you for watching.